These are the plaintiffs, Tanya and India Wainwright. India says she was at a party the defendant also attended, and he leaned on the hood of her car and dented it. Something awful. She knew her mom was going to flip out when she saw it and told the defendant he was going to have to pay to fix it. Long story short, the guy's ducking her, hasn't paid her a penny, and she's here to collect the $387 he most certainly owes. This is the defendant, Carl Price. He says the plaintiff claimed he made a butt dent on the hood of her car, so he and another friend pushed it out, good as new. 3 months later, the plaintiff tells him she brought her car to the body shop to repaint the car, and she wanted him to pay for a brand new paint job. Ha! He's accused of causing a derriere dent.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant was leaning on her car and dented it. But the defendant says he may have made a butt dent, but he then pushed it out, so it was fine. It's the case of butt out.
Let it get 10 minutes for you, Anna.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Tanya Wainwright?
Yes.
Okay, and Dia Wainwright?
Yes.
You are suing Carl Price?
Yes.
For $387, the amount you say it's going to cost to fix a dent on your car that he put in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what happened? You were driving it, but it's in your name?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And you were the mom?
Yes,
Okay.
and it's her car.
And it's her car. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So on a night, I want to say June 18th, and we were out. We was at a party.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay.
And after the party, me and friends, we were all standing outside, and he was leaning on my car.
He was what on your car?
Leaning on my car.
Just how leaning? Like show me at the edge of that
leaning,
table.
I'm sorry, not even leaning, sitting on my car.
Okay.
And
leaning or sitting? Which is it?
Sitting.
Okay, it's a big difference.
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
So you saw him sitting on it?
Yeah.
Like his derriere is about to sit on your car. Come on around here and pretend that's the hood. Is it the hood of the car? Or?
No, it's the side of the car. So this is the front of the car.
Okay.
And then this is like the side, like, okay, this is your headlight right here.
Yeah.
And then this is the side that he.
Okay, so what did he do?
This.
Okay, so his feet are on the ground, but his posterior is putting some weight on your car.
Right.
Okay, go ahead and go there. So you see him, he's already sitting down in your car, and what do you say to him?
I don't say anything.
So, but when you saw somebody sitting on your car, it didn't occur to you to say, get off my car?
No.
Okay, that's because you're 18. All right, so you've never been through this before. Go ahead. So what happened?
So then when I was standing like by my car, so when he got up, it was a noise like doom or whatever.
Yeah,
so
right.
yeah, so that's
I know the noise.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's when I turned and I looked. And then
Do you have a picture of it?
Yeah.
Can I see it? All right. And so what happens when you hear it? He hears it too? I mean,
Yeah.
Everybody hears it?
Yeah, everybody hears it. And then when we heard it, him and his friends, they tried to get it out by popping like the hood because we tried to push down on it, but it didn't work or whatever. So he's like, okay, maybe it's in the inside. So he did try to pop the hood and try to get it out, but it didn't get out. Like that night, it just didn't get out. We couldn't do anything about it. So then want me to tell you the next day?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next day, like, I didn't tell my mom, like, I didn't tell her because I'm like, okay, maybe I can get it out. Like, if I go
And she'll never know.
Right, yeah, I know.
Okay.
And then, so I went to the body shop, and the man, he said it would be $400. And I'm like, okay. Well, Carl, he said that was too much. So I was like, okay. I talked to my mom about it. So then that's when me and her, we went to the body shop, and he said the lowest he can go is $387. All right, like that was a big difference, right?
Okay. All right. Well, what did you say when she finally came clean?
I mean, I just told her, I said, well, whoever did it is going to have to pay for it. I just bought that car for her for graduation. And I said, whoever did is going to have to pay for it. And so he thought he was doing us a favor by going down that low, because I did tell him the situation, that it was a young person, that there was no insurance, we weren't filing a claim like that and all that. So
okay, so when you contact him, and was he apologetic that night?
Not apologetic, but I know that he didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, no.
But he was agreeing that he had paid for it, and he understood that he did it. And I told him that, he didn't have to pay for it like right away, $387. So, but me going off to school, because it was in the summertime, so me going off to school in August, I told him he was aware that he would have to be going through my mom, with paying the money.
How'd that work out for you? not so good because he didn't pay anything.
Right.
Who did you ever talk to him to say, why aren't you paying? I thought you said you'd pay for this. Anybody ever make contact with him?
Yeah, we have a number of text messages, Your Honor, because I never communicated with him until after she had left. I took the position that, okay, he's a young person. He sounded like a nice young man over the telephone. I just thought, that he was going to go by his word because he told me that he said, I have something else to pay. After I finish with that, then I can start paying you something. So the verbal agreement was just $75 every other week.
Okay, what's going on? What happened?
So it was after a party. Everybody came outside. Everybody was leaning against the car. I did not sit on the car. If you see how it is, there's no type of way I was able to sit on the car.
Okay, well, you leaned against the car and you made a dent.
Supposedly.
So can your rear end make a dent that causes damage to a hood?
Yeah, it definitely can, depending on how much you weigh.
Even if you're not like large, can a dent do the damage?
Yeah, I think so.
A 100-pound woman. What do you think?
Yes, because,
400-pound man. What do you think? I'm just kidding. Going inside the courtroom.
I'm sorry, did you not realize when you got up and hear the sound when you got up?
Yes, ma'am, I heard the sound, but there's no type of way my body can do that.
Why not?
I done leaned on my car plenty of times.
Well, then you have a different car than she does. I mean, there is none so blind as he who will not see. If you're leaning on it and when you get up, you hear, that is an unmistakable sound, folks. Okay? Unmistakable sound of when somebody dents a car with their body. And your immediate reaction was to say, oh, let's see, we can get it out and blah, blah, blah. And you heard the sound. So if not you, then who?
It could have been anybody else. It was plenty of people leaning against the car that night.
What am I going to see in your texts about that? Is that what you say in the texts?
No.
Right. In the text, you were very clear that it was you, right?
Yeah, because she kept on saying it was me.
I mean, it was an accident. I didn't try to do it. And when we looked at last night, it didn't look that noticeable. But if I was you, I wouldn't say nothing to your OG until
her mother, because
what's OG?
It means mother. It's just short-term slang.
No, wait. I want to know what OG means because I want to see if I find that in my kid's phone. What is OG? What does OG really stand for? Go ahead. You know what you tell me.
It stands for mother. That's what the teenagers put instead of putting mom or
But
mom.
what is it?
It's OG.
It stands for like original, or guardian.
It stands for old girl.
No.
Old girl.
they got their own meaning. I'll use that as original, but okay.
That's all right. So they put that instead of the word mom so that if we read it, we won't know? Well, now we know.
But she didn't tell her mother right away because her birthday was coming up. She did not go right to the dent shop the next day.
I definitely understand that, but you still did it. Like if my car was I won't even repeat what you said. Your car, I wouldn't give two blanks. I also won't repeat that. And I looked online to get it fixed. Professional could be $25 to $160. To be honest, that ain't even bad, but I am not trying to, I don't know. $387 is not unreasonable to fix that. Mom, I know you have things you want to say. You weren't there though that night, right?
Not at all.
The OG wasn't there.
Right.
So,
wasn't there.
So go ahead and talk to me.
I didn't find out about it until maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. Carl came in my bedroom and said, India's mother's gonna call you. So about 5 minutes later, the phone rang. It was India's mother telling me about the incident. And while she was talking to me, he said, it happened over the summer. I said, well, this is like September. So you telling me about something that happened 3 months ago? I can't imagine he sat on your car and put a dent in. I said, there's been a bunch of kids that didn't sat on my car. They didn't walk on my hood. I didn't go out to any parent.
Wait, stop. You had kids walking on your hood?
I have a great big dent in the hood of my car. I don't know what child
then maybe you should have gotten them off the hood.
Well, I didn't know what kid did it.
If you saw them doing it, might you want them to pay? Well, that's what's happening here. But
what I'm saying is I didn't know anything about it. Carl never mentioned it. She just called me out the blue. So I told her, I said, I can't do anything. You haven't proven to me that he did anything. You haven't shown me any pictures. I don't know if he did it or not. Like you said, it was a party. It was a bunch of kids. It could have been anybody. I can't say it was my kid or anybody else's
investigation,
kid.
didn't you?
Well, I mean, that's what I told her because that's what I was saying.
Wait, what did you do? Because I want to hear about the investigation that you did.
I went outside. I'm short. And I have a Pontiac G6. So I went outside and I leaned up against the car. And then I climbed on top of the car and I sat on it. And when I got off, I didn't hear no or no dent or no bump. So like I told him, I said, you must have a heavier butt than I have because my butt didn't dent my car. So how did you leaning up against a car dent a car? I just didn't understand. And personally, to be honest, I wanted to see for myself. And the only way I could do it was go outside and do it.
Okay, did you ever see her car?
I've never seen her car, never seen any pictures, never, nothing.
It didn't look like that when he first did it.
Oh, it looked worse?
Yeah.
$387, that's a reasonable price. I think it's pretty obvious from his text that he, who was there, thinks he did it. How much? You're like actually feeling bad about how much it is, and you're saying things like, "I'm going to try to get the 87, but you know, you pay me the 300. Okay, that's cool." I think it's obvious from what happened that night that he thinks he did it. I think when you hear the unmistakable crunch of metal, you know that there's something just happened right under your behind. Was there something else you wanted to say? Because I love listening to you.
I just want to say one thing. Carl is a college student just like India. Carl doesn't have a job.
Well, then he's going to have to get one. He's going to have to wash some cars, walk some dogs, babysit something. He's going to have to get one because he's going to have to pony up a judgment of $387 because that's what happens. It's an accident, but you still have to pay for accidents. They don't come free. She's not going to eat it. It wasn't her fault. I'd highly recommend you not let people around your car, but I do find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the full $387.
Well, the defendant did the damage. The defendant has to pay for it. You got any problem with that line of thinking?
I really feel like I still ain't do it because before I sat down, I didn't see if it was a dent there, so it possibly could have been a dent there. And after I sat down, it still could have been there afterwards. So, I mean, it really is what it is.
Well, if let's say you did, it was attributable to you. You feel your responsibility to pay for it?
Yeah, but I mean, I would have went with my mechanic because my mechanic could have did it probably even for cheaper because that little dent. There's no way it should be $387.
Any last words of wisdom for Carl before we send him on his way?
He needs to make his own decisions.
All right. Yeah, he's going to have to get a job and do some paying? All right. Okay, Mom. OG. All right. Head right down there. All right. So step on in here. All right. You win your case. How you feeling coming out of the courtroom about it?
I feel good. I feel like justice was served.
Mm-hmm. What about people leaning on your car in the future, looking after this gift that you got for graduation here? Shouldn't you take a little bit better care of it?
Yes.
That make you feel all right? You satisfied?
Oh, I am very satisfied.
Okay.
Yes. Hope they can post that and tweet that too.
All right. Okay, Harvey?
Simple fact is the defendant was negligent by sitting on the car. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.